We are from group 2. Our topic is insecticides. My group member have Alistair, Noel, Rajila, and me, Feng Ziyi. Let us go through to the introductions of insecticides. It is a subclass of pesticides. Insecticides are the substance or chemical which are used to kill or destroy the insects. Insecticides have not only control malaria, fungi, and other diseases transmitted by insects, but also brought back economic and social benefits through better health and increased food productions.
Racun serangga diklasifikasikan kepada beberapa bahagian. Pertama, berdasarkan komposisi bahan kimia. Kedua, berdasarkan kaedah kemasukan racun serangga ke dalam badan serangga. Ketiga, berdasarkan kekhususan pentas. Berdasarkan komposisi bahan kimia, racun serangga dikelaskan kepada dua jenis, yaitu racun serangga tak organik dan racun serangga organik. Racun serangga tak organik terdiri daripada sebatian mineral asal dan unsur sulfur. Kumpulan ini termasuklah sebatian arsenat dan fluorin sebagai racun serangga, sulfur sebagai racun asal, dan zinc sulfat sebagai rodentisida. Racun serangga organik, racun serangga yang berasal dari haiwan. Contohnya, Nereis toxin yang diasingkan dari annelid laut, sabun minyak ikan rosin dari ikan, dan lain-lain. Antara racun serangga organik yang lain ialah racun serangga tumbuhan atau racun serangga botani. Racun serangga organik sintetik juga merupakan racun serangga organik. Dan akhir sekali, minyak hidrokarbon. Berdasarkan kaedah kemasukan racun serangga ke dalam badan serangga, racun serangga dikelaskan kepada beberapa jenis. Yang pertama, racun perut, membunuh setelah ditelan oleh serangga. Contohnya, sulfur. Racun kontak, membunuh setelah serangga perosak berkontak antara satu sama lain. Contohnya, DDT. Racun serangga sistemik, diserap dan dialihkan melalui rantaian makanan. Contohnya, Macrotarpus. Fumigan, membunuh melalui uap air atau gas. Contohnya, fosfosin. Berdasarkan penghususan pentas, racun serangga dikelaskan kepada beberapa bahagian. Yang pertama, oviside, bahan atau agen yang membunuh telur, terutama telur serangga, tungau, atau nematod. Kedua, larvicide. Larvicide adalah racun serangga yang secara khusus disasar terhadap kehidupan larva serangga. Ketiga, pupicide. Racun serangga yang secara khusus disasarkan membasmi pupa serangga. 4. Adulticide. Racun serangga yang membunuh serangga dewasa.
Kita berdalih kepada impact of using insecticides on environment. Penggunaan racun makhluk perosak menimbulkan beberapa kebimbangan alam sekitar. Lebih 98% daripada racun serangga yang disembur dan racun perosak mencapai destinasi selain daripada spesies sasaran mereka, termasuk spesies bukan sasaran, udara, air, dan tanah. Pesticide drift occurs when pesticides are suspended in the air as particles are carried by wind to other areas, potentially contaminating them. Pesticides are one of the major causes of pencemaran air. Bahan cemar organik yang berterusan seterusnya menyumbang kepada pencemaran tanah, mengurangkan biodiversity, mengurangkan belakat nitrogen, kemerosotan pollinator, memusnahkan habitat terutamanya untuk burung, mengancam spesies terancam dan juga rintangan racun makhluk perosak. Penggunaan racun perosak bukan sahaja mempengaruhi alam sekitar, tapi juga ekonomi negara. Kos yang berbeza untuk racun makhluk perosak termasuklah kos pembangunan, pengujian dan penilaian produk baru, isu kesihatan awam dan program kesedaran, kerugian burung dan tanaman, serta pencemaran tanah air. Effects of pesticide on human. The wide variety of pesticide in common use mean they will affect a broad cross-section of people differently. The amount of common pesticide use on the fruit and vegetable commonly consumed are supposed to be within government standards, but often the people who harvest and consume them hardly get food completely free of such chemicals. Last but not least, kesan sampingan racun makhluk perosak biasa termasuklah kegagalan sistem endokrin dan juga kemandolan.
On the basis of volume of spray fluid per unit area, spraying is classified as high volume spray, low volume spray, and ultra low volume spray. First is high volume spray. So for high volume spray, pesticide is diluted with water and droplet size is larger. And then these are used to spray fluid of 550 to 1000 liters. And then high volume spray have two categories, manual operated and power operated. So for the first type of manual operators is knapsack sprayer. So this type of sprayer has a flat or bean-shaped tank. The tank has a capacity of 10 to 20 liter and is made of galvanized iron, brushed stainless steel, or plastic. It's also used for spraying field crops, vegetable, and nursery. Power operator have power operated knapsack sprayer, have two-stroke, easy start engines for heavy work, and then have 18 feet height of spray for orchids and also used for field crops. Next is low volume sprayer. Since in this sprayer the spray fluid is atomized with help of an air stream at high velocity, and then these are called mist blower or power sprayer. The tank in this is made of a thick polyethylene and has a capacity of 10 liters. For low volume sprayer have power operated mist blower. Mist blower allow to effortless and briskly spread pesticides over large and difficult area, and the vinous fruit trees and vegetable patches are all tended to in a short time. Next is ultra low volume sprayers. It's used undiluted at a quantity less than 6 liter and usually at 0.5 to 2.0 liter for field crops. The droplet size from 20 until 150 micron with ground spraying equipment for ULV spray an area of 5 ha can be covered in a day.